Chapter 4 The Trigger. Some of you may remember, back in the day, when everything was going just fine until Lehman Brothers collapsed. It was the 15th of September 2008, when the largest bankruptcy that has ever happened in US history occurred. Of course, Lehman Brothers was operating in other countries too, and the outcome of that day was no different anywhere else. We quickly looked up the news at Canary Wharf and realized that Lehman Brothers UK had gone into administration, bankruptcy, less than 45 minutes ago. That morning, 2,000 people lost their jobs. And the next day, on the 16th of September, another 2,500 more followed. Anyway, I just wanted to share my experience that I encountered right at the beginning of the recession in 2008. Following the Lehman Brothers, there were many more banks and financial institutions that had no choice but to choose administration. For months, every news channel was full of the latest stories that another large company had lost all its assets, again and again. At the same time, unemployment began to rise, then slowly, lots of people started losing their homes due to uncompleted payments. Most of the small businesses had to shut down. There were fewer customers in the restaurant, and people were thinking twice before spending money on anything. The financial crash caused plenty of misery, and not only in the US or the UK, but many other countries too, that are still in a state of recession ever since. Property prices began to drop, and finding a new job wasn't easy. Even overqualified people were applying for jobs everywhere. However, there were not enough job vacancies to fill the increasing demand. I, like most people, was following the news, that most of the time is manipulated and its only purpose is to create drama and fear amongst hard-working people. I'm doing my best not to hurt any company's image, but controlling the media is an excellent way to manipulate people, their beliefs, and freedom. Using media, such as news channels and newspapers, to reach people is indeed one of the best ways to create slaves, by making them believe that the world is exactly what the media is providing. Just think about an average day when you meet like 5 to 10 people. Someone, if not many of them, will tell you a story that starts like this: "Did you hear blah blah blah?" Of course, next, someone else will ask, "Where did you hear that?" The answer will be similar to something like this: "I heard it on XYZ news channel, or in the news, or read it in the XYZ newspaper." Everything is such big news for days, sometimes weeks, then suddenly, all is forgotten. How come? Funny enough, around the same time, in an unfrequented online forum, a paper was posted to a cryptography mailing list on Metstown.com, titled as Bitcoin. The subtitle was, "A peer-to-peer electronic cash system." So, what's that? It's not from the CNN, or BBC, NBC, CNBC, or whatever you name it news channel. Therefore, it must be nonsense, right? Yeah, it's most likely fake news, and whatever it is, it seems too complicated. Therefore, it didn't pique anyone's interest. This white paper was published in October 2008, less than 2 months after the biggest financial crash in history. The author named himself Satoshi Nakamoto and explained a couple of points related to this new digital currency called Bitcoin. He stated that he believed he had found the solution for the biggest issue that we face, a technology that is called blockchain. Also, he explained not only how it works, but that this system has already been created and is running in a software form using the current internet as its platform. There are many speculations about this, and you might find multiple answers about what exactly happened. The most important among those are, why now? How come such a serious document was published just after the largest financial crash in history? Well, we might find out someday soon, but the possibility remains that we may never know what triggered the blockchain technology to be born. Coming up next. In Chapter 5, you will learn about the enigmatic creator of Bitcoin and blockchain technology, Satoshi Nakamoto. While his true identity remains a mystery, the chapter explores different possibilities of who he could be, and some of the claims made over the years about his identity. If you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like to show your support. Keep watching.